Good morning, folks. My name is Chris Dormant, and I am the president of the Friends of Stead Park. And I want to welcome all of you here today, folks that are right around the corner and people who have traveled some distance. We've got a number of luminaries here, and I want to acknowledge them. And we've got some folks that have worked hard and made this occasion truly possible, and I want to acknowledge them. So let me start by recognizing first and foremost our terrific mayor, Vincent Gray. This is a man who's been a public servant in the best sense of the word for the people of the District of Columbia for years. He is truly the straw that stirs and has stirred the drink and made many, many great things happen for the city. So we're very honored, privileged, and appreciative of his help in creating this occasion. Jack Evans has, I don't think Jack's here today, but he has been a spectacular, he's out of town, he's been a spectacular supporter of the Friends of Stead Park and this particular cause, and helped navigate us through the shoals of the funding process, and we're very grateful to Jack. We were honored to have the councilman from the 4th Ward, Muriel Bowser, step in for a few minutes. She's busy, she couldn't stay, but she also wanted to congratulate us today. In addition, we have folks that represent the Department of Parks and Recreation. Dr. Shanklin could not be here, but for those folks that don't know her, she's the only person I know that returns emails at 3:45 in the morning. And she has her very able Chief of Staff, John Stokes, here today, who's very much in the same mindset and culture. So we're very appreciative of the work they've done for us. Brian Hanlon, who heads up the Department of Government Services, also couldn't be here today, but he is assisted and represented by June Locker. Brian is a guy that you spend 5 minutes with and know he knows what he's about. And I just know that June's got to be an extremely competent person or she wouldn't be his trusted aide. So we're very grateful to have her. Lastly, we have our own Kishan Puta, who has been on our board, and he is also the ANC commissioner. And every organization needs a guy that can work on the inside and know all the details and focus on them with energy and discipline. And we need somebody that can be an ambassador to the nearby residents and those beyond the immediate neighborhood that can give us feedback as to what works and doesn't work. Because our job as stewards is to really reflect what the folks in the neighborhood want and do it in a way that's practical. So that we're very, very blessed to have Kishan with us the last 3 or 4 years, his work, his energy, and his talent. And we're very appreciative as a neighborhood from the Friends of Stead Park and the District of Columbia to have Kishan here today. Thank you very much, Kishan. I would also like to acknowledge several other folks that have been instrumental to our cause. First, our spiritual godfather and tyrannical drill sergeant, the eminent Carol Carter. Carol, your allegiance to the citizens of the district, and folks, we are talking of toiling in the coal mine virtually alone with this cause for years. He started in 2004, and your desire to see the Stead Park Trust Funds used on the behalf of the children of the City of Columbia and get us going all the way to this fine day is truly priceless. So we thank you very, very much for your help and your vision. Carol's first recruit was Wayne Quinn, who is out of town. You know, in the middle of August, you don't get everybody you'd like to get. He's out west today. But he very, very ably represented our little cause with the bank, well, it was the U.S. Trust, and he worked with Paul Crosby, who's being represented today by Robel Hailu, and I'm going to kill this name, Anika, but Anika Nimura, and those folks are the folks that contributed mightily to an income stream for us that really kept us going in our darker days and brought in people like Studio 39 and the other folks that made this day possible. So with that said, the last is the small band of brothers and sisters on the Friends of Stead Park's board that have given so generously of their time and talent. In particular, I'd like to recognize Natalia Sorgianti, Victor Wexler, Lindsay Reichman, and Terry Scanlon. Would you please stand up? So the only other thing I want to say is we do have some handouts that are over at the refreshment table for anybody that's interested in some of the details of what's going to be in the park, and I think some other details will be provided by others this morning. And we will continue to keep you up to date on the website, both the Friends of Stead Park and the DPR, the Department of Parks and Recreation website, as things unfold over the next 4 months. But in November, we expect to have the really glorious day when we can really open the park, and we'll be like men and women dreaming when you see it. It's going to be one of the special places, any place. So we'll look forward to that in November, and thank you for your presence. I'm going to turn it over to our very talented mayor. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chris. Good morning, everybody. Thank you all for coming out on what is a hugely important day. And I want to start by thanking the Friends of Stead Park group, because that is what makes a city effective. And that is to be able to have citizens. It's not just a government being able to run things effectively. It's when you have citizen groups that take ownership of the things that we have in a city like this, and there's no question that Stead Park has done so. So how about a big hand again for our Friends of Stead Park? Again, I'm delighted to be here to be a part of our groundbreaking. You've heard that we have some of our government leadership that's here. June Locker is representing our director, Brian Hanlon, from the Department of General Services, and John Stokes is here representing Dr. Sharia Shanklin, who's unable to be with us this morning. She had an emergency that she had to address. And ANC Commissioner, 2B04 Commissioner, Kishan Putta. And I've learned he's just been a commissioner for 2 years. Isn't that a phenomenal accomplishment and performance just in a short period of 2 years, ladies and gentlemen? How about a big hand for Kishan?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. It's also great to see our young people out here as well. And when we do the groundbreaking, don't you think we ought to have them come up and be a part of the actual turning of the dirt so we get this started? How about a big hand for our young people who are here today? This is a $2 million project. The city is investing a little over $1.6 million, and the Friends, through a variety of ways, have raised about $400,000 in order to bring us to the full $2 million. You know, we launched a couple of years ago, we launched an initiative that was the most aggressive and most assertive of any playground initiative in the history of this city. We started with 8 playgrounds, and then we found some additional money and added 24 more playgrounds, and then we found some more money, and we got up to actually 40 playgrounds across the city that are being invested in one way or the other. And I'm pleased that we have now completed 25 of those playgrounds. We just did the groundbreaking for another one in Trinidad last Friday, and of course we are working on this one as well. And we know that this is a little bit different, but it is yet another playground that we're doing here in the District of Columbia. I want to commend our Department of Parks and Recreation also. About 1.5 years, 2 years ago, we launched something that had never been tried before in the city, and that is to achieve accreditation for our Department of Parks and Recreation. There are 3,000 departments of parks and recreation across the nation, and there are only about 100 of them that are accredited, which is 3 or 4%. And we now have achieved, as of about 8 or 9 months ago, we have become accredited, nationally accredited, as a Department of Parks and Recreation in the nation, ladies and gentlemen. And that is quite a statement about our Department of Parks and Recreation. We're accredited by the National Recreation and Parks Association. The improvements that we're launching today, which I'm excited they're going to be ready in November, and we absolutely promise, we've already checked, it will be a great day. Weather will be fantastic in November when we're ready for the groundbreaking for the completed project. But over here on the other side, we're adding a synthetic turf field. We're adding a stage and a plaza for community events. We're adding paving. We're adding a rubberized walking and jogging track, a spray park, a picnic table, game tables, and also, importantly, landscaping, trees, and other amenities that will make this a great place to be. We're also, as a part of our sustainability plan, we're adding features too that will help to facilitate stormwater management. A lot of people don't realize the impact that stormwater has on the pollution, if you will, of our rivers. The pollution, for example, in the Anacostia River, to some extent in the Potomac River, and every one of these amenities that we add like this in one of our parks helps to facilitate improving the stormwater management and improving the quality of our waterways. We have made a commitment in our sustainability plan to have the Anacostia River fishable and swimmable again by 2032. And there are people who think that that's not possible because of the decades of quality erosion, if you will, in our Anacostia River, but it is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. So now I want to bring up some folks who are going to share with you some of the comments about the role that their particular agency or political group has played in this. And we're going to start with June Locker, who was mentioned before. She's the Deputy Director. She heads the construction projects in the Department of General Services. It is an agency that we created in October of 2011 to bring all the construction projects under one umbrella. And under the leadership of Brian Hanlon, who's away this week. I don't know what's wrong with him taking a vacation. Something must be wrong with him, especially in August when we have so much going on in the District of Columbia. But in any event, June heads our construction projects in DGS. It's an agency that has done so much with our schools, a lot of our buildings, our libraries they've been working with, and of course with our recreation projects as well. So please join me in welcoming June Locker.
Good morning, everyone. Again, my name is June Locker, and I'm with the Department of General Services. Director Hanlon was unable to be with us today. However, he wanted me to send his congratulations to everyone involved in getting us to the stage today, and he's looking forward to being at the groundbreaking, ribbon cutting in November. The Department of General Services designs, builds, maintains, and secures district buildings. And it's projects like these that really showcase our work and commitment to the community to elevate the quality of life for the residents and visitors who work, live, and play in the district. The project is unique. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This project is unique, as mentioned by others, because of the partnership between DGS, DPR, and the Friends of Stead Park. It is not only the financial commitment by the Friends of Stead Park that really made this project special. It is the day-to-day input and collaboration with the Friends that really made this project come to fruition in what we'll see in November, a really beautiful place to be. We would also like to thank Mr. Robel Hailu and our partners at Friends and our partners of the Friends of Stead Park for their support on this project. In addition, we'd like to thank Studio 39 for their wonderful architecture and site design of the park. We'd also like to thank the construction team of CADCon. Mr. Greg Terry is over there for his work on this project, and Eduardo also over there. You will be seeing them for the next few months working diligently to get this project completed. So in close, I'd also like to thank our DGS project team, Karen Hester and Jackie Stanley. Karen is over there, who you'll also see on a regular basis, and you've probably also worked with her regularly already. So again, thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you in November.
Please welcome John Stokes, who's the Chief of Staff with the Department of Parks and Recreation, who's representing Dr. Shanklin today. John?
Thank you very much, Mayor. Good morning, everybody. Oh, wait, hold on. It's a beautiful day out here. It's a win-win for all of us. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. That's what I'm talking about. Again, I'm John Stokes, and I'm the Chief of Staff with the D.C. Department of Parks and Recreation. I'd like to begin by thanking Mayor Vincent C. Gray. His support for DPR, his support for you has been unwavering. He does not, a lot of people take recreation for granted. This is a mayor who put his money where his mouth was, and he actually said leisure and recreation is important to the well-being of district residents, and I applaud him for that. I also want to give a thanks to the DGS team. We worked very well. June and I actually came over here this morning together. The DGS team and DPR, we become synonymous. Sometimes people don't quite understand. People say, well, you know what, this needs to be done or that needs to be done. And we say, well, that's DGS, even though we work together. Some people call them and say, well, we want a new recreation center. We want this, and we want something new. And they say, well, that's DPR. So we work quite well together, and we actually, that's a good thing. I'd like to thank the Commissioner Puta. We live in this neighborhood as well. We work in this neighborhood. We are constantly at your beck and call. When you want to have community meetings, when you want to be heard, we come out. We make sure that we attend your meetings. And you do have a winner in Commissioner Puta. He has your best interest at heart, let me tell you. So shout out to Commissioner Puta. The Friends of Stead Park. For DPR, you are our model partner. If every Friends of group could be like the Friends of Stead Park, let me tell you something. Every recreation center, every field, every playground, everything would be in perfect condition. You are to be commended for your hard work, your dedication to Stead. We might as well just hand you the keys to Stead Playground and to the Recreation Center because you are so involved. I'd like to thank the Carter family out there. Happy birthday, Mr. Carter. It's his birthday today. So we want to congratulate you on that, for making sure that we are doing, for holding us accountable, for making sure that we're doing what we need to be doing for this community. So we thank you for that. Again, Dr. Shanklin couldn't be here today. She had an emergency that to take care of, but I'm happy to be here because I happen to love you guys. But I want to mention some of the DPR staff who works hard on this as well. So Brent Cisco is a project manager for this. Where's Brent? There he is over there. You'll be seeing a lot of Brent as well. We have a new area manager, Greg Reynoso. Give it up for Greg Reynoso. So he's the one, if you don't like something, something's not going right in the center. The guy right over there in the orange shirt, make sure you get a chance to meet him. The site manager, Vince Hill. Vince is an integral part of this community. I keep telling Vince, I say, Vince, sure, you work for DPR, but he thinks he's a community member. He's like, well, you know, the community needs this and the community needs that. So he's part of your community more than he is a DPR employee. So thank you, Vince. And behind the scenes, I want to give a shout out to the folks who, I'm speaking on the mic today. We have a podium. Our support services team over here, give it up for them. They are the ones who come out in rain, in snow, 10 below, 115-degree weather. They make sure we have mics, we have podiums, our support system, our support services team, and back there, Channel 16, they do it. They get it in all throughout all the weather, no matter what's going on. Again, as the mayor mentioned, what makes this project so unique is the community involvement. We've listened to you. This field, DPR, we have 92 recreation centers. We have 40 aquatic facilities. We have over 1,000 acres of green space. And again, we have 122 fields. What's going to make this field very different is that if you know anything about the fields in DC, we have teams, we have sports that are growing. our field space is not growing as much. This field over here is really used, almost overutilized. You can walk around the neighborhood and you will see the kickball team. This is kickball central over here at this field. And so you'll be happy to know that the field will accommodate two kickball fields, but even bigger than that, the community. The community will get a chance to come and enjoy the field. There will be shade structures, and this is what you've asked for. So again, DPR, the mayor, we have listened to you, and that's what makes this project so special. Again, I just want to continue to reiterate that leisure and recreation is important to the well-being. You know, at DPR, we like to say we service every resident and their dog, because we actually have dog parks as well. And from young to old to seniors and everybody in between, you guys utilize our recreation centers. So we ask that you keep that up so that we can continue to be, Mr. Mayor, I think we moved up to now, I think we're the #1 fittest city in the country. We're #1 now. We just overtook Minneapolis. So we were gunning. So again, keep going to your recreation center, continue to support us, and as we say at DPR, continue to move, grow, and be green with DPR. Thank you.
Well, it's great to know that we've reached #1. We were #2 for the last couple of years, and now to have reached #1. You've heard Commissioner Puta mention several times, and when it comes to his commitment, I think we can truly say, sir, you are steadfast.
Well done.
Good one. I wish you stole my line. Thank you very much. I want to reiterate the thanks to all the great leaders here today. And Mayor Gray, our community's families have been looking forward to this day for a long time. We heard from them that they want to stay in D.C., they want to raise their families here in the district, but they just wanted to feel like the district cared about them and their children. Today, our city takes a big step towards fulfilling our end of the deal. And Mayor Gray, DPR, DGS, you all have my word that I will make sure the community knows that you've done this for us and appreciates what you've done for us. The runners of our community will appreciate the rubberized track, especially if they have bad knees like myself, and that'll hopefully keep us #1. And the young budding performers of our community will now have a space where they can perform for the community. The athletes will have a smooth field that won't puddle over like it used to. The nature lovers will finally have trees in that acre of green space and benches where they can sit in peace. And something else for the first time, the great vibrant commercial strip of 17th Street, represented today by Mr. Daniel Kramer and Duke's Grocery, the restaurant just over there, who served us the coffee today. Thank you, Daniel, for that. And the whole rest of 17th Street is for the first time going to have an entranceway into the field of Stead Park. If you peek behind the curtain, you'll see there never was before an entranceway right to 17th Street from the field. So people can come and go from 17th Street with a sandwich, with an ice cream cone, and sit and relax. Otherwise, they previously had to come all this way, and they weren't getting past the rec center to the field, and there wasn't that much there for them anyway. So this is very thoughtful. Very, very small changes can have a big impact if they're done right, and I think that's what we've done today. We need more projects like this in the district, and I want to help work with all of you to push for more projects like this for the district, because it's good for kids, it's good for parents, it's good for athletes, it's good for business, it's good for the whole community. So I'm proud to be here with you all today and proud to be part of this project. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
We got a countdown out here from 3, 2, 1.